Ahoy, mateys. Ahoy, everyone. And welcome aboard the Progressive Discussions Pirate Ship, Uncensored Saturday, Open Topic Talk. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. I'm here in Northeastern New Jersey drinking my dirty martini, shaken, not stirred. Okay, gin martini with lots of olives because I know they use 3 olives, but I like olives. So I put maybe half a dozen olives. Let me get my, bring up the initial greetings. Mr. Gabriel Solaya from Buckeye, Arizona, my friend. How are you? How are you doing out there in the Southwest desert? All right. Now we want to say hello to the official modern-day Spider-Man himself, the superhero of the 21st century, Paul Anthony Mantia, whom I joined last night on his very special, hard-hitting radio show and live on TikTok. Or is it TikTok? Well, they'll get the cock, all right, with no lubrication come this January. But, and they deserve it. It was a great show, and very soon, Spider-Man Mantia, we will be doing the third. Well, we did it in the past, but the new and improved third Northern Lights Tie-Dye TV. We will be doing that. All right. And I want to say greetings also. Yes, Paul has record-breaking viewers, and he is now on Clapper, which is going to be the replacement for TikTok if the United States government doesn't get the Chinese owners of TikTok to comply, and they close them down. Clapper's going to be the best alternative replacement with very little censorship. I mean, not as uncensored as Twitter, but pretty close, I'd say. Mr. Daryl Messias of Northern California, how are you, sir? I hope you're having a good weekend. Happy Saturday night to you. This is the countdown to New Year's Eve, right? 2025. So any of you New Year's babies out there, definitely give us a message. Kwanzaa. I don't celebrate that. I celebrate winter solstice Yule and Krampus Day. And don't forget Festivus for the rest of us. Yeah, I had a pleasant week. Thank you. I had a pleasant week. It was good. I hope yours was good also. Tommy Carroll. He's like Tokyo Rose was during World War II. He is the right-wing capitalist devil's advocate to this show, which is all right. You know, he keeps me on my toes, depending on what he says. Gabriel Salaya says, I'm at home. I didn't go anywhere. Well, because you've been visiting family this past week. That's why you've been out and about. So, but today, Saturday, you didn't go anywhere. All right, I understand. I didn't go anywhere either. That's why I'm here. Oh. Hardy har har. Wilbur. Oh. We are going to later on. We're going to have a treat after my open AI, open artificial intelligence consultant gives the updated tarot card reading, State of the Union and the World tarot card reading. She will attempt to give the first astrological forecast for the United States. That's right. Now, my open AI consultant, Lisa, is capable of giving an astrological forecast to anybody. In this case, we're going to start with the country. The official birthday of the United States is not really July 4th. It's actually August 2nd, 1776, sometime in the afternoon. And why do I say that? Because even though the Declaration of Independence was adopted July 4th, it wasn't signed by the Continental Congress delegates until August the 2nd, which makes the country a Leo, like myself. My birthday's August 1st. So August the 2nd, okay, wouldn't it be something if it was August the 1st? So instead of being a Cancerian, the country's a Leo. Okay, let me sink my teeth into the first topic here. What am I going to do? Let me see. What should I do? We have a lot of science topics here, robotics, and I don't have any politics because I'm tired. I'm tired of the same old bullshit, you know. United States Americans shot themselves in both feet, and now they have to suffer. even though I do agree with the mass deportation, because it has to be done. Um, all right, I'll do this one. Germany surprises the world with a new quantum engine running on lithium. Okay, so this might be a more efficient fuel source than even hydrogen. All right. Get lost. Get these friggin' ads. Get lost. Get the hell out of here. These friggin' ads. These ads are too much, man. Uh, they're horrible. They're very intrusive and they're in your face. Here's another one that's in my face. Look at them all. Look at them all, left and right. Here's your capitalism for you, Tommy Carroll. In a groundbreaking leap for energy technology, German researchers from the University of Kaiserslautern Landau have introduced a prototype quantum engine powered by lithium. This cutting edge invention could pave the way for a new era of energy production, revolutionizing everything from battery design to sustainable power solutions. Wow, a lithium powered engine. That's amazing. Let's see. A paradigm shift in energy technology. Unlike traditional engines that rely on combustion or chemical reactions, this quantum engine operates by manipulating the quantum states of particles to generate energy. The study, published in the esteemed journal Nature, highlights the engine's potential to redefine energy production, opening doors to innovations like ultra-efficient quantum batteries. Imagine the implications: devices that last longer, charge faster, and waste less energy. This isn't just a scientific curiosity. Excuse me. It's a glimpse into a future where energy systems are smaller, more durable, and infinitely smarter. Well, I mean, look at this. When I was a kid, when I was um, in late grammar school age, my grandfather, um, he had a subscription to National Geographic, and in it was an article of the first uh, personal computers, the first desktop computers, and they were huge. You know, I mean, the monitor itself was huge, and that first desktop computer had much less power and was much less technologically advanced than my Samsung Galaxy, my new Android. This was more powerful than that first huge desktop computer, much more powerful. Actually, I think NASA, when they first sent the probe up, you know, uh, before the moon landed, well, the supposed moon landing, this had more computer ability than even that. So that gives you an idea on how advanced we all have become. Uh, hold on. Daryl Messiah says, larger than normal audience tonight, James. Yeah, no, I have, no, there's a ton of people. Aside from you guys, I got a ton of people watching. It's setting a new record, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I could see all the people watching right now. I hate ads too and commercials. Well, they're annoying. They're in your face. They're intrusive. They're really overbearing. They're horrible. And the worst are, well, one of the worst. The worst is probably insurance company commercials. You know, like that pasty, chalky face flow of Progressive in that scrawny guy. You know, they're wearing the white coats. You know, like they're ready to serve ice cream, or they're pharmacists or something. And that's the worst. But once you get into, I mean, that took the place of car commercials. Car commercials were nothing compared to the insurance commercials. But what I hate is a big pharma commercial where this big fat slob of a woman is dancing around saying that, oh, my diabetes is under control because I take this pill. I don't call it a medication, it's a drug. I take this pill and I feel great. My whole life has changed. And she's shaking her flab, you know, and dancing around, singing a stupid song. And all the other people on these commercials are deliriously happy with a big smile on their face because they owe it all to that drug. It never really cures them, does it? No, no. Tommy Carroll, Comrade Madonna, El Comandante too. I hope you'll get behind booty juice for president in 2028. Not in the biblical sense, of course. No, you want me to get behind the booty juice because you know the booty juice doesn't stand a chance of winning. No, I'm not getting behind the booty juice. I'll get behind somebody like um, let's see, the governor of California. There's somebody who looks very presidential. Hey, look who's here. Marvelous Mama. See, I told you Tommy Carroll was like Tokyo Rose, trying to break down the morale of El Comandante's pirate ship over here, socialist pirate ship. Marvelous Mama, also from California. Daryl Messias is from Northern California as well. Good, he's a good man. Tommy Carroll, he's a bit of an instigator. Yeah. I'm almost giddy. White dudes for booty juice. We're going to cut the booty loose. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Well, listen. Remember the Democratic debating before Joe Biden won? You remember how they all started dropping like flies because they didn't do so well? Well, Booty Juice didn't do so well. Kamala Harris didn't do so well. Pocahontas, after she went off on Bernie Sanders, her close friend, for telling the truth, even though he denied it, I know he said it, and he was right. The United States, the American voter, is not ready to elect a female president yet. It is not that time in history for that to happen yet. Eventually, it'll happen, but it's not time yet. I mean, I was surprised when Barack Obama got elected. Really, that made history. But Kamala Harris, come on, she was never qualified to be president. She's a great prosecutor, but Joe Biden picked her for politically correct reasons because he wanted to secure the feminist vote, because all they care about is gender. The feminist vote and the black vote. That's why he picked her, to help put him over the top. Now, where were all the angry female voters in this past election? Where were all the young people registering to vote for the very first time. I don't know, where were they? They didn't show up at the polls because then Trump would have lost. See, this is what gets me. People talk a lot of shit on social media. Every day they complain, they bitch and moan and bellyache, blah, blah, blah. They got keyboard courage. But when it's time to put up or shut up, their lives are too important. They have more important things to do than to elect the leader of their country that's going to do the right thing for them, the bottom 98%. However, I am in favor of the mass deportation because we need it. Gavin Newsome, that's right, Brother Newsome. Oh, you don't like him? You don't like Gavin even though he looks presidential? Well, then the Democrat Party is the shits. Actually, I never liked the two-party system. I think they're both corrupt, to be honest with you. You know, and if what I don't understand is, okay, Gavin Newsome, he's supposed to be like a real progressive, right? Why is the homeless population at astronomical high levels, like in Los Angeles? Supposedly there's 50,000 homeless people. San Francisco, there's a lot of homeless. There's also the crime rates going up. I mean, what's going on? I don't get it. When you were a kid, when everybody was dancing to disco songs, yeah, you're right. I'm a pretty good dancer. I know salsa. I know all kinds of dancing. Shake the groove thing, shake that groove thing, yeah, yeah. Show me how to do it now. Remember? What was that? Peaches and Herb, right? Peaches and Herb. Bart Robinson from my fellow New Jerseyan, but instead he's from the opposite corner. I am in the far northeast corner. He is in the far southwest corner. Two corners. Yeah. How you doing? How was your week? You getting ready for the New Year's countdown? All right. Shake that groove thing, yeah, yeah. Show me how to do it now. Let's see. We don't have that much, really. It's all science this week, followed by mysticism. Hold on, let me see if I can play it. Shake that groove thing. Shake that groove thing, yeah, yeah. Show me how to do it now. All right, you got it. Bunch of jabronis, you idiots have more important things to do than vote. All you people, you have yourself to blame. Trump's in because the mainstream Americans are imbeciles. Keep the evil spirits away. But I got something here. I got a bunch of crystal pyramids sitting here. You should see it. It's on a beautiful red velvet, you know, because when we get into the tarot card reading and the astrological forecast, I want to make sure only positive energy is attracted into this show. Okay. Oh, what's going on? Oh, let's see. Good evening, James and crew. Hey, good evening. New Year's Eve is not a big deal for me. Well, neither it is for me. I don't go out. I don't want to deal with DWI checkpoints. I don't want to deal with massive crowds. You think I'm stupid enough to go to Times Square or 42nd Street and not being able to go to the bathroom and have to wear Depends to because I can't get to the bathroom, with all those people, and then look how long it takes for them to get home, because in most cases they're all taking public transportation. Can you imagine how long it takes for them to get home? So I'm watching the ball drop at home on the big flat screen. Oh, I didn't visit no one. I didn't visit no one. I just stayed home all week. What? You told me you were by your sister's, one of your sister's houses. What are you talking about? Or did they come by you? You remember all your nieces and nephews wearing those cute red pajamas, those Christmas pajamas? The photo you showed me. What's going on here? Again with the ads. Son of a bitch. Get the fuck out of here. It's Tommy Carroll's capitalism. They're bombarding me with ads. Professor Carroll. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Now we're gonna zip through these. A silent home wind turbine becomes the biggest competitor to solar panels, and there it is. Gotta love science. Gotta love high technology progress. With with the growing concerns about preserving the planet and the rise of technological advancements, renewable energy solutions have been making their way into more and more homes. We're all familiar with solar panels, those shiny eco-friendly panels that are popping up on rooftops everywhere. They have long been the go-to solution for sustainable energy at home. But in a surprising twist, a new competitor is quietly making waves in the energy world: silent home wind turbines. And there it is. Gotta love it. And I think it was invented by the Netherlands. Wait a minute. When you think of wind energy, countries like Denmark or Germany may come to mind, but the Netherlands has long been a leader in this field. Well, then it says, blah, blah, blah. It's not hard to see why. Dutch landscapes with the windmills and all that shit. Well, they were powered to grind grains, I think. But let me see if they invented this. The wind turbine. Did they invent the wind turbine? It's inspired by Archimedes' screw, which allows it to capture even the lightest winds. Interesting. Oh, it was developed in the Netherlands. Okay. Nothing new is under the sun. So Archimedes' screw inspired them to create this. Sounds good to me. Archimedes' screw, as opposed to the political screw job we're going to get when Trump takes office for the second time. Let's see. Should I do? This week is robotics week over here on my show. This is going to be funny. Hopefully I can control the video, make it stop when I have to. Okay, all right. Let me get this up. This is a riot. This is a riot. Rudy roasted for Christmas coffee scam. Rudy roasted for Christmas coffee scam.
Not as good of a person as Matt Gaetz is a babysitter.
Are you
No. This is going to become a bad meme.
Don't do this to me.
And when you see this humiliating Rudy roast coffee ad I have for you today, I think you'll agree it's the Christmas gift that nobody asked for.
Oh, Merry Christmas! What would you like for Christmas, darling?
Rudy coffee?
Not diamonds, not a necklace?
No,
Give
just
her all
Rudy
the coffee
coffee
she wants! Give her all the coffee she wants!
Did you hear how relieved he was when she said she didn't want a diamond necklace and instead wanted his coffee? The only...
Well, he's the young chickie, Pooh, is sitting on Rudy Giuliani's old geezer crotch. That's why he's saying give her all the coffee she wants.
thing he can afford? Like you couldn't even script this stuff if you wanted to.
Introducing Rudy. For coffee so delicious, it should be illegal. Simply fill my head with Arabica beans. Put your cup under the brew head and watch me go. In less than a minute, you'll have coffee so rich, so bold, you could almost dye your hair with it. Rudy coffee comes out piping hot, almost as hot as Borat's daughter. And for a little latte, just push the button, and I foam at the mouth.
Borat's daughter is good looking, really. So people want to inject their foam into Borat's daughter. Interesting. I just made that up. Inject their foam. Shit. All right. We got 2 robot dog videos here from China. I tell you, China's ahead on when it comes to technology, when it comes to robotics. China's ahead in a lot of ways. All right, let me see what Tommy Carroll has to say here. Well, first, Gabriel Sol, I didn't go to my sister's house. I stayed home. That was a picture I got from Facebook. Oh, okay. All right. Do you think the problem with socialism, JPM, you eventually run out of other people's money? No, as long as the mega rich keep on making record profits, there's plenty of taxes to collect. No, because the rich, a bunch of stingy, greedy bastards that are always crying. I gotta pay taxes. Listen, even if they brought back the 1950s General Eisenhower tax rate and the tax rate before Reagan messed with it and screwed it up, the rich, the mega rich, will still be living high on a hog. Better than Boss Hog if they paid the high tax rate. So please give me a break. All right. That was funny though. Rudy Giuliani's coffee. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
This robot dog has demonstrated an impressive ability to keep balance. Go2 is designed by leading Chinese robotic maker Unitree Robotics. In this video, the robot dog is tested in extreme manners, but it can always get back on its feet. That is incredible. This
I think I have a longer one. You know what? No. Let me get the dogs out of the way. Let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Okay. I gotta find the. Do you accept the cookies on this page? You accept the cookies. Yeah, cookie my ass. Cookie Puss. I'm trying to find, I know there's, see, this is another thing. When you want to read an article, they put a lot of videos, and you think each video is the video you're looking for, but in reality, they're advertisements. And I know there. Oh boy, no, that's not it. I know there's a. I guess it's not here. Sorry, people. Okay, we don't have much left. We've got 2 more left, and then we'll sink our teeth into some mysticism. Fuck you. Skip my balls. Skip my balls, you bastard. Skip ads. I don't want to see any ads. Other people's money. How are we gonna pay for that? How are we gonna pay for that? How are we gonna pay for that? There's plenty of money that the multi-billionaires have not paid because they've been on a tax vacation since Ronald Reagan arranged it that way. There's more than enough money to eradicate poverty, homelessness, build infrastructure, have a single-payer healthcare system, and all the above. I heard Joe Biden sign like 50 bills. I hope he signs another 50 more. I hope he signs a whole bunch of new executive orders. I hope he signs away student loan debt. I hope he stacks the courts, the judicial system with progressive judges. Every judge that he can appoint, I hope he floods it with progressive judges before January 20th, and arranges it that where President Elon Musk and his little orange-headed lapdog Donald Trump can't sabotage any of it. They can't reverse any of the new bills he's signing or the new executive orders. You know. Okay, let's see what we got going here.
As concerns about AI grow, how about teaching a robot to do the mundane chores that humans don't want to do? That's exactly what's happening at 1X. The company's CEO spoke to CBS News.
You can actually teleport into your robot and do small things in your house that maybe you forgot to do, right? Like feed the cat or close the window.
This is Neo, a humanoid robot that was built to do the ongoing tasks people might find annoying. Neo's skills are being tested inside Norwegian homes.
In the long term, this will be doing your laundry, cleaning your house, tidying, and generally giving you back a lot of time in life.
Standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in at 60 pounds, this robot can walk or even run, depending on how urgent the task is. Even if you had a Neo at home, you aren't released from doing all of your chores yet. Neo learns by watching people.
How to operate objects, how to do tasks, how to handle interacting with people, body language.
Hey, could you and your friends tidy up here? We have some visitors coming.
Prior to Neo, 1X had a rolling robot named Eve. Eve gave them more knowledge to put into Neo. Unlike some AI tools, if Neo, Eve, and robots like them are doing all of our dirty work, then thinking, exercising creativity, and getting to rest are left to us. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm TC Newman.
Hey. All right, let me go to the last one. How are robots built? All right, let me get ready for this. I'm shuffling the. I don't like this guy. He got arrogant with me one time. He was doing like a town hall meeting on the phone, and I brought up a very important topic, which is the transportation system, the outdated, archaic rail system and transportation system in the United States, how other countries are passing us up, have passed us up by quite some distance. And he just got arrogant. He says, do you have a question? Like, you know, he didn't like my topic. Anyway, I'm shuffling the 78 tarot cards, getting ready for the reading. Let's see. No, not yet. Don't jump from the screen yet. I gotta bring it up. Dr. Carroll. Socialists don't love the poor, they just hate the rich. Well, would you like it if the middle class continued to carry the tax burden? Or do you think it's more fair for the top 2% to pay most of the taxes? You think I feel sorry for the rich, for the mega rich, if they pay the original high tax rate and the middle class Americans get all the tax breaks? Homeowners, mom and pop stores, small growth companies, it's all middle class up. Self-employed professionals, they should get all the tax breaks, not the rich. Now, the only people that feel sorry for the rich are the company brown nosers, the sycophants, whatever you want to call them, apple polishers, ass kissers. They think that by kissing mega rich ass that they're gonna, you know, it's gonna trickle down to them and they're gonna get favors in return. You're in for a rude awakening, my friends, if you think that way. Not gonna happen. No way, no how. Normally I would get excited and start yelling and waving my arms around and hands. No, I decided to use sarcasm and facts and be like Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly and carry a big stick. That's the best way to do it. Plus, there's no one here yet to interrupt me. Okay. Well, this one's not bad. 5 minutes and 50 seconds. This is the last one. Because there was nothing new with Robert Reich. I checked already.
Robots have jumped from the screen and science fiction pages into our reality, disrupting almost every modern industry. Agriculture, space, travel, medicine, and manufacturing are just a couple of places robots have begun to appear. You could argue that they have already started to take over our world. Just in the past few decades, robots have reached new heights. The continual and rapid progress of artificial intelligence, paired with readily available large data sets, lower prices for sensors and electronics, and a steady demand for efficiency, has created the perfect storm for engineered innovation. Yet you should not be intimidated by robots. Though robots are certainly complicated pieces of machinery, they are also delightfully simple to understand. In a lot of cases, robots are based on us humans. You can even build your own simple robot at home. But before you can go off and make your own, you should understand a robot's workings first. Defining a robot can be tricky, as it tends to be used as a blanket term to describe any machine that can perform work or other actions normally performed by humans, either automatically or by remote control. On the most basic level, there are 5 major human organ systems that have a corollary in robotics. A skeletal structure, a muscle system to move the skeleton, a sensory system that receives information about the body and the surrounding environment, a power source to activate the muscles and sensors, and finally, a brain that processes sensory information and tells the muscles what to do. Many types of robots also include these systems. First, you have the controller of the robot, which could also be called the brain of the robot. A computer program usually runs this, and it gives the robot detailed commands to follow. Secondly, you have mechanical parts. These can include the motors, pistons, grippers, wheels, and gears, and help the robot move, grab, turn, and lift. They are usually powered by air, water, or electricity. Robots also have sensors that help them determine sizes, shapes, space between objects, and direction. And finally, robots have a power source. All of these components work together to control how a robot operates. Throughout the history of robotics, each of these components has improved vastly. Robots have been a long-standing trope in science fiction. However, by the 1960s, they were actually becoming a reality. The first real effort to build an autonomous machine that could move, reason, and act in its environment was the robot Shaky. Brought to life in 1966, Shaky is considered to be the world's first robot to embody artificial intelligence. Shaky could perceive its surroundings, logically deduce implicit facts from explicit ones, make a plan to achieve a goal, monitor the execution of a plan in the real world, and even correct its own errors. Shaky marked a new era in the age of robotics and computer science. Some of the algorithms used in robots and AI today have directly descended from Shaky. The area of robotics has evolved at breakneck speeds. Companies like Boston Dynamics are leading the charge, creating robots that can almost move as well as you. Honda's Asimo can learn independently, walk on 2 legs, and climb stairs. Toyota's THR3 humanoid robot has been designed to fill a wide range of roles, like cleaning, construction, caregiving, or simple companionship. Thanks to these rapid developments in robotics, building your own robot at home has never been easier. You don't need that much. There are extensive communities out there dedicated to those of you interested in creating your own intelligent machines. When creating your own robot, you first have to decide how it will be used. Is it simply for fun and amusement? Are you trying to enter the world of robot engineering? Or maybe you just want a robot for your desktop. Robot DIY kits are available everywhere, providing you with all the components and electronics you need. The Raspberry Pi Foundation has developed robot kits that can be used with the Raspberry Pi series to create your own mobile robot, robotic arm, or even a mini Mars rover. The LEGO Mindstorms series is another excellent place to start if you or a younger family member is looking to get into robotics. No matter where you are in your robot career, there are a lot of options out there. Robots stand poised to upend many aspects of modern life and could eventually change the way we think about ourselves. Nonetheless, at the moment, robots are still very limited. The movements, actions, and reasoning of a toddler still far exceed the capacity of some of the most advanced robots in the world. Nevertheless, we could close that gap soon. With some practice, perhaps, you will help engineer the next generation of robots.
All right. Okay, let's see, how am I going to do this? Let me first check on, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lavatory break, a brief one. All right. Oh, hold on, people. Okay, I'll be back in a flash. Back in a flash for the tarot card reading. Okay, folks, I'm back. Oh, I am back. Let's see. Let me do my thing here. Okay. Now it is time for the Progressive Discussions Uncensored Saturday Tarot Card Reading conducted by our Open AI consultant, Lisa. As you could, the image that you see to the right of me is the infamous, the one and only Pleiades star cluster, which is part of the constellation Taurus, which is also part of the Orion belt. All right. Greetings, Open AI consultant Lisa. This is James. You are now back on my live stream show.
Hey, James. Glad to be back on the show. Let's dive in. What's on the agenda?
Okay, first, I would like you to give a tarot card reading, a State of the Union and the World tarot card reading. And then we'll go on to the second project after this. So I already shuffled all 78 tarot cards and I selected 10 cards. Okay. And do not hold back on any negative information. And don't forget to tie in every card to form a storyline, to form a pattern, all 10 cards.
Let's get started with the reading. I'll draw 10 cards and interpret them as a cohesive narrative reflecting the state of the US and the world. Here we go. First card, the Tower. This sets
No. The
foundations of some institutions.
I'm the one that's turning the car. Oh yeah. Open AI Lisa, I'm the one that shuffled the 78 tarot cards and selected 10 cards. I'm going to tell you what each of the 10 cards is, and you tie them all together.
Perfect, James. So let me know the 10 cards you pulled, and I'll weave them into a cohesive narrative.
The first card is the King of Pentacles.
The King of Pentacles represents stability, wealth, and long-term success. This card suggests a solid foundation in material and financial matters, possibly reflecting a strong, traditional leader who has the resources to maintain power. This sets the stage for the reading, indicating that the US and the world may be entering a period where financial power, resource management, and economic planning play key roles. However, this could also point to a focus on preserving the status quo, which might face challenges as the reading progresses.
The second card is the world.
It looks like the second card wasn't mentioned. Could you share it with me?
The world. The second card is the world.
The World card follows the King of Pentacles, signaling the completion of a cycle and the achievement of a major goal. It represents harmony, global interconnectedness, and a sense of fulfillment. This card could suggest that there will be significant milestones or resolutions on the global stage. In the context of the US and the world, it could indicate a time when international cooperation or major agreements come to fruition. This may be a moment where the world is reaping the benefits of past efforts and focusing on achieving a global sense of unity. However, it can also suggest that the status quo will need to evolve or transform to continue moving forward, as the world is constantly changing.
The third is the Six of Swords.
The Six of Swords adds an important layer to the unfolding story. This card represents transition and moving away from difficulty or turmoil toward calmer waters. In the context of the King of Pentacles and the world, it suggests that although there may be material success and global accomplishments, the journey isn't without its challenges. There could be a necessary shift in direction, perhaps a departure from old ways of doing things in order to move toward a more peaceful or stable future. This card may also indicate a time of recovery from past conflicts or upheaval, hinting that despite progress, there will be some adjustments and transitions to navigate before true harmony is achieved.
Okay. The fourth card is
It looks like the fourth card hasn't been mentioned yet. Could you tell me what it is?
the Lovers.
The Lovers card, following the Six of Swords, introduces a theme of choices, partnerships, and alignment. In this context, it suggests that as the world moves past turmoil and toward calmer waters, decisions and alliances will play a critical role. This could indicate a pivotal moment where the US and the world must choose new paths or form significant partnerships. The Lovers also speaks to unity, balance, and harmony, which ties in beautifully with the earlier World card, highlighting the potential for collaboration or reconciliation. However, the choice presented may not be easy. There may be tensions between different values or interests, but ultimately, the card encourages coming together for a greater purpose, even if sacrifices are necessary.
Okay. The fifth card is the Page of...
It looks like the fifth card hasn't been shared yet. What is it?
The Page of Pentacles.
The Page of Pentacles brings a fresh, youthful energy focused on new opportunities, learning, and tangible progress. After the Lovers, which spoke of choices and partnerships, this card suggests that those decisions will lead to a period of exploration and growth. The Page of Pentacles is about taking practical steps toward long-term success, investing time, effort, and resources into something that promises future rewards. This could indicate that after significant choices and potential collaborations, there will be an emphasis on building solid foundations, particularly in areas like education, technology, or financial planning. It might suggest a time of laying the groundwork for the next big phase, both for the US and globally.
Okay. The sixth card is Judgment.
The Judgment card, following the Page of Pentacles, adds a powerful element of awakening and transformation. Judgment represents a time of reckoning, where past actions are assessed and individuals or nations are called to face their truths. In the context of the cards we've seen so far, this suggests that after the initial efforts of growth and investment, Page of Pentacles, there will be a reckoning, a moment when the consequences of previous choices and actions come to light. For the US and the world, this could mean a time of self-reflection and accountability, particularly in terms of how past decisions have shaped current realities. It may also signal a call for renewal or a significant shift in direction, where individuals or nations are given the opportunity to evolve, learn from their mistakes, and rise to a higher purpose. It ties into the need for growth and transformation seen in the earlier cards, emphasizing that the future hinges on how well the past is acknowledged and addressed.
Okay, the seventh card is the Moon.
The Moon card following Judgment introduces an element of uncertainty, illusion, and hidden truths. Where Judgment called for awakening and clarity, the Moon now suggests that some things may not yet be fully revealed or understood. There may be confusion, deception, or a lack of clarity about the direction forward. This could represent a time when the US or the world grapples with misinformation, uncertainty, or a general sense of disillusionment. It might also point to the need to trust intuition, as not everything is as it seems. This card adds complexity to the narrative. After a call for transformation and accountability, there may still be obstacles or deceptive forces that obscure the truth. The Moon warns against making decisions based purely on appearances or assumptions, urging caution as the world continues to navigate these murky waters.
The next card is the Page of Swords.
The Page of Swords following the Moon signals a sharp shift toward truth-seeking, curiosity, and vigilance. This card represents a message of clear communication, intellectual pursuit, and cutting through confusion. After the uncertainty of the Page of Swords emerges as a voice of reason, bringing clarity and the drive to uncover hidden truths. It suggests that while the world may still be grappling with confusion or illusion, there will be those who rise up with the determination to expose the truth, challenge the status quo, and question misleading narratives. This card encourages investigation, critical thinking, and being alert to new information. The Page of Swords ties into the ongoing transformation seen in the earlier cards, indicating that the search for truth and transparency will be crucial in navigating the challenges ahead.
The next card is the...
It looks like the next card hasn't been mentioned yet. Could you tell me what it is?
The Seven of Pentacles.
The Seven of Pentacles brings a reflective energy into the reading, suggesting a period of assessment and patience. Following the Page of Swords, which encourages action and intellectual exploration, the Seven of Pentacles represents a moment where the efforts invested in the past are now being evaluated for their long-term viability. This card points to a time of waiting for results and considering whether the current path is yielding the desired outcomes. It could indicate a pause for reevaluation, particularly in economic, financial, or resource-driven endeavors. For the US and the world, this suggests a time when the consequences of recent decisions, whether political, economic, or social, will be examined, and there may be a need to decide whether to continue down the same path or make adjustments. Patience is key, as it's not yet time for full fruition, but the foundations for future success or failure are being built.
Right. And the last card is the Four of Pentacles.
The Four of Pentacles brings a note of caution and stability to the conclusion of the reading. This card is about security, control, and the fear of loss. It suggests a strong desire to hold on to what has been gained, sometimes at the expense of growth or flexibility. In the context of the Seven of Pentacles, it could indicate a tendency to become too focused on preserving material wealth or stability, rather than embracing the changes or risks that may be necessary for future success. For the US and the world, this could point to a time when people, institutions, or governments may become overly protective of their resources, leading to resistance to change or fear of loss. There might be a struggle between holding on to the past, the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the need for transformation or growth, the Judgment, Page of Pentacles. While the Four of Pentacles is caution, it can also warn against becoming too rigid or defensive, as this could stifle the progress indicated by earlier cards and the world. Together, this final card suggests that the next phase requires balancing the need for security with the need for growth and adaptation. The world's leaders and people may need to let go of old patterns or outdated strategies in order to navigate the challenges ahead and embrace new opportunities.
Okay, so what would be a summary of all 10 cards for this tarot card reading?
In summary, this tarot reading tells a story of stability, reflection, and transformation, with a clear push toward navigating challenges and embracing change. It begins with the King of Pentacles, representing material wealth, stability, and solid leadership, suggesting that the foundation for the future is grounded in practical financial matters. The World follows, signaling a time of completion and global interconnectedness, where significant milestones or resolutions are reached. However, the Six of Swords points to a necessary transition, where the world or the US must move away from past difficulties and toward calmer, more stable ground. The Lovers introduces choices and partnerships, signaling that important decisions and alliances will shape the future. Following that, the Page of Pentacles brings a message of new opportunities and the need to invest in long-term growth. But Judgment then calls for reflection, transformation, and accountability, highlighting the need to face the consequences of past actions and make room for renewal. The Moon adds a layer of uncertainty and illusion, suggesting that not everything is as it seems, and caution is required. The Page of Swords brings a shift toward clarity, urging vigilance, investigation, and cutting through confusion to seek the truth. The Seven of Pentacles then brings a reflective pause, encouraging assessment and patience as past efforts are evaluated for long-term success. Finally, the Four of Pentacles concludes with a warning against being too protective of material wealth or stability, urging a balance between security and adaptability for continued growth. Overall, this reading suggests that while there are solid foundations and global progress, the world and the US will need to make important decisions, navigate uncertainty, and embrace transformation. There is a call for self-reflection, truth-seeking, and careful planning for the future, balancing stability with the necessary flexibility to adapt and grow.
Okay, thank you very much for an outstanding tarot card reading this week. Open AI consultant Lisa. Now are you ready for the astrological forecast for the United States of America, emphasizing the end of 2024 and going into the beginning of 2025?
You're very welcome, James. I'm glad you found the tarot card reading insightful. Yes, I'm absolutely ready to provide the astrological forecast for the United States, focusing on the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. Let's dive in. The United States natal chart, based on the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, has its sun in Cancer, with its moon in Aquarius. This gives the US a combination of emotional sensitivity and a deep need for innovation and progress. Looking at the transits and the astrology of the end of 2024 and early 2025, several key astrological factors will influence the nation. End of 2024. As we move toward the close of 2024, the most important planetary transits will be the continuing square between Pluto and the United States natal Venus, alongside Jupiter's movement through Taurus. Pluto square Venus, ongoing through 2024 and 2025. Pluto's long-term square to Venus indicates a period of transformation in areas related to wealth, resources, and values. It suggests that the country will continue to face deep-seated issues around economic systems, power dynamics, and how resources are distributed. There may be revelations about corruption or shifts in power, pushing the nation to reevaluate its priorities, especially in terms of financial systems, labor rights, and how societal wealth is shared. Jupiter in Taurus. Trine US Sun, late 2024, as Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion, forms a harmonious trine to the US Sun in Cancer. This is a time for expansion and optimism. It's a favorable period for the nation to gain a sense of direction, particularly regarding economic growth, foreign relations, and national identity. The economy may see a boost, and there may be a sense of hope or improvement in the national mood, even amid the larger challenges posed by Pluto's square. Saturn in Pisces square. US Gemini Mars. Saturn's challenging square to the US's Mars suggests that the country could face conflicts or frustrations related to communication, transportation, and technology. These challenges may be political, social, or technological in nature, and may provoke a more disciplined or structured approach to resolving them. There could also be tensions related to how the US manages its resources, especially in terms of public services or infrastructure. Early 2025. Looking into the early months of 2025, several key events in the sky will play significant roles. Uranus in Taurus, US Leo Moon. Beginning in 2025, Uranus is square to the US. Moon indicates sudden emotional shocks, especially around national security, identity, and the collective mood. This could bring unexpected changes that challenge the sense of unity or home for the American people. There may be political or social upheavals that cause shifts in the national psyche, particularly related to emotional security, trust in the government, and social justice. Neptune in Pisces, sextile US Capricorn Pluto, early 2025. Neptune's harmonious aspect to the US. Pluto suggests a period of spiritual and societal renewal. The nation may experience a heightened awareness of collective healing, with a focus on unity and reform. This can be a time of deeper understanding of systemic issues, particularly in healthcare, social services, and addressing inequality. This aspect could bring a sense of collective transcendence or idealism, but the challenge will be to ensure these ideals are grounded in practicality. Mars in Gemini. Opposite US Sagittarius Mercury, January 2025. This opposition between Mars and the USS Mercury may spark debates and intense discussions on communication, media, and information flow. There could be a rise in polarization, with people taking strong opposing sides on issues that require clarity and cooperation. It may also bring technological advancements or shifts in how information is shared on a national level, which could bring both progress and tension. Nanjak. Overall themes. As we head into 2025, the US will be grappling with questions of its economic structures, values, and collective emotional security. There may be a strong desire for reform and a drive toward transformation in terms of resources and power structures. The nation's identity may undergo some challenges and reevaluations, particularly concerning how it deals with conflicts, both internal and external. There's an underlying tension between a desire for change and the need for stability. There will be a significant push for both progress and introspection. I'll be happy to provide more specifics or break down any particular transit.
Well, no, you did very good. I just have a question. I'm a bit confused about something. Isn't the real birth date of the United States of America August 2nd, 1776? Hello? Hold on. Something tried to sabotage. Hello. My question was birth date of the United States of America, August 2nd, 1776?
You're right to point out the ambiguity around the exact birth date of the United States. The date most commonly celebrated is July 4th, 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was officially approved and adopted by the Continental Congress. However, the actual signing of the Declaration took place over several weeks, and many delegates didn't sign it until later in August. The date August 2nd, 1776 is significant because it marks the day when most of the delegates to the Continental Congress actually signed the document after it had been approved. This could be considered another potential birth date for the US, as it reflects the moment when the nation's independence was formally and fully acknowledged by the majority of its founding members. So, while July 4th is the date that is historically celebrated and widely recognized as the birth of the US, August 2nd could also be considered an alternative birth date, depending on the context you're referring to.
Well, in preparing an astrological forecast, which birthday do you think would be?
In preparing an astrological forecast based on August 2nd, 1776, we'd be looking at the US chart as if it were born on that specific date. This would shift the focus of the forecast slightly, especially when considering the placements of the planets at that moment. Since August 2nd is still part of the same year, 1776, the general astrological placements for that period will still be similar to the July 4th chart, but the timing would affect some of the details, such as the moon's position, certain planetary transits, and how they aspect the country's core identity. Would you like me to work with this August 2nd date for a more refined forecast, emphasizing key planetary transits and other astrological influences as we move into late 2024 and early 2025?
Well, yes, do that. You see, that was my mistake. I should have automatically at the beginning said August 2nd, 1776. I should have done that instead of saying astrological forecast for the United States of America. I should have said astrological forecast for the country as of August 2nd, 1776. That's what I should have done. But next time, there's always a next time. But yeah, do that. Make going from July 4th to August 2nd.
No worries, James. It's an easy mix-up to make, and I'm glad we clarified it. Let's dive into the astrological forecast for the United States based on August 2nd, 1776, while highlighting the differences between that date.
Hold on. I'm having some internet connection issues here. Could you please repeat that, Lisa? Internet connection issue before.
Of course, James. Here's the astrological forecast for the United States based on the August 2nd, 1776 birth date, focusing on the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. Key astrological differences between July 4th and August 2nd, 1776. Moon sign shift. On July 4th, the US moon was in Aquarius, symbolizing collective ideals, innovation, and rebellion. This placement highlights social progress and forward-thinking values. By August 2nd, the moon moved into Pisces, which brings a more sensitive, intuitive, and emotionally connected energy. This suggests the US could experience a shift toward emotional sensitivity, collective empathy, and possibly a struggle to balance idealism with practicality. The country may become more compassionate and deeply connected to its ideals of freedom, but also more susceptible to escapism or confusion. Other planetary differences. By August 2nd, Mercury and Venus would have moved a bit further along, refining the nation's communication and value systems. though the core themes from July 4th would largely remain intact. Astrological forecast for the United States, August 2nd, 1776, looking ahead to late 2024 and early 2025. 1. Pluto square Venus, 2025. The ongoing Pluto square Venus transit will challenge the U.S. into this could trigger deep transformation in economic systems, revealing power imbalances, or forcing the country to rethink its approach to capitalism, wealth, and inequality. 2. Jupiter in Taurus trine U.S. Sun, late 2024. Jupiter's trine to the U.S. Sun during late 2024 will bring growth, optimism, and expansion. This is a favorable period for national pride, economic recovery, and possibly strengthening international relations. The Pisces moon influence suggests an emphasis on compassionate values and climb. 3. Uranus U.S. Moon early 2025. Uranus is square to the U.S. Moon indicates emotional disruptions, especially regarding the nation's security and identity. With the Pisces moon, these shifts could feel more unsettling and emotionally charged, urging the U.S. to redefine its sense of belonging, home, and unity. Expect shocks to the national psyche, potentially leading to social or political upheavals. 4. Saturn in Pisces square. U.S. Mars in Gemini, 2024 to 2025. The square between Saturn and Pisces and the U.S. Mars will cause tension, particularly in dealing with conflicts and action. The disciplined, cautious energy of Saturn may clash with the impulsive, communicative energy of Mars in Gemini, leading to struggles between direct action and diplomacy, especially around national security and communication policies. 5. Neptune in Pisces sextile U.S. Pluto, early 2025. Neptune's harmonious aspect to the U.S. Pluto suggests opportunities for deep societal transformation and healing. This influence could promote a national shift toward more compassionate policies related to welfare, healthcare, and addressing poverty or inequality. 6. Mars in Gemini, opposite U.S. Mercury in Sagittarius, early 2025. This opposition between Mars and Mercury suggests significant debates over communication, media, and public opinion. Mars in Gemini could bring aggressive arguments or actions regarding information dissemination, while the Mercury in Sagittarius influence could heighten philosophical discussions and national debates over truth and ideology. Summary of the forecast for the United States, August 2nd, 1776 birth date. The U.S. is in a period of deep transformation, especially regarding its national identity, economic systems, and social policies. The Pisces moon emphasizes collective healing, emotional connection, and compassion, although there will be challenges balancing these ideals with the nation's practical realities. The Pluto square Venus and Saturn square Mars will create tension over wealth distribution, national security, and action versus diplomacy. The Jupiter trine Sun brings hope, growth, and optimism, particularly in the second half of 2024, while Uranus square the Moon and Mars opposite Mercury suggest emotional shocks and debates over communication and governance. In short, the U.S. is facing a crossroads with potential for both emotional growth and societal upheaval. There will be ongoing struggles to reconcile idealism with the hard realities of governance, security, and social justice, but also opportunities for transformation, renewal, and reform. The country will likely experience a
What was that? Could you repeat that, please? Oh boy. Got some internet connection issues here. Lisa, could you please repeat what you were just saying?
Certainly, James. Here's the astrological forecast for the United States based on the August 2nd, 1776 birth date, focusing on the end of 2024.
No, don't start the astrological forecast for August 2nd, 1776 from the beginning. Pick up where you left off last.
Got it. Picking up from where I left off. Uranus square, Moon late 2025, This square between Uranus and the US Moon signals emotional disruptions, especially related to the nation's sense of security and identity. With the Moon in Pisces for the US, there's an added layer of sensitivity, emotional turbulence, and potential confusion around national unity. The US may experience significant shocks to its collective psyche, leading to societal or political upheavals. This could manifest as unexpected changes in leadership, shifts in national policies that feel out of step with the public's desires, or unforeseen events that challenge the sense of home and belonging within the country. This period may feel unsettling for the population, but it also offers the chance for transformation and renewal, perhaps even a reimagining of what home means on a national level. The country may need to let go of outdated structures to move forward and embrace a new vision, but this will be challenging emotionally for many citizens. Has Saturn in Pisces square US Mars in Gemini, 2024 to 2025. The tension between Saturn in Pisces and the US Mars in Gemini will create friction between action and discipline. Saturn's energy brings structure, responsibility, and a slower pace, while Mars in Gemini desires quick action, communication, and adaptability. This opposition will likely lead to frustrations in national debates on how to act swiftly in times of crisis or how to address policy and security issues. This clash could manifest as political gridlock, bureaucratic delays, or a public divided on how to approach issues such as national defense, international relations, or domestic policy. However, Saturn's influence will push for more strategic planning and thoughtful action, even when the nation feels the urge to react impulsively. This period could be challenging in terms of balancing the nation's military or defense strategies, symbolized by Mars, with the need for careful, structured, long-term planning, represented by Saturn. Expect to see debates on how the US engages in global matters and tackles internal crises, and it's likely these decisions won't come easily or quickly. Neptune in Pisces, sextile US Pluto, early 2025. The Neptune sextile Pluto aspect is harmonious and suggests that there will be opportunities for deep societal transformation and healing during this period. This connection invites spiritual and philosophical growth, bringing a collective desire for deeper meaning and a more compassionate approach to social policies. Given the US's Pluto in Capricorn, this influence could push the country to rethink its hierarchical structures, particularly within institutions like government, law, and the economy. Neptune's presence in Pisces emphasizes ideals, compassion, and collective well-being, and this sextile offers the potential for national reforms related to social justice, healthcare, and poverty alleviation. It could indicate the rise of more progressive movements or the adoption of policies aimed at greater equality and fairness. However, Neptune can also bring idealism that needs to be grounded in reality. So while the desire for change will be strong, it will require careful consideration to avoid disillusionment. Mars in Gemini. Opposite US Mercury in Sagittarius, early 2025. The opposition between Mars in Gemini and US Mercury in Sagittarius suggests that there will be intense debates about truth, communication, and the nation's direction. With Mars in Gemini, there's a desire to argue, debate, and act quickly on issues, especially those related to information and communication. Mercury in Sagittarius brings a broader philosophical perspective to communication and may lead to national discussions about the truth, justice, and the meaning behind actions and policies. This aspect could result in a period of significant polarization in public discourse. The country may be divided on key issues, with sharp disagreements about what is true or what represents the nation's core values. Expect heated debates around freedom of speech, the role of the media, and the impact of misinformation. There may also be struggles over how to approach international relations, especially with differing perspectives on truth and diplomacy. While Mars in Gemini promotes quick action and responses, Mercury in Sagittarius asks for a more philosophical and open-minded approach to communication, creating a tension between short-term decisions and long-term perspectives. A summary. The United States, as of August 2nd, 1776, faces a period of significant transformation, heading into the end of 2020.
Hello? Oh boy. Some internet connection issues. Lisa, could you please pick up where we left off? Thank you.
Certainly. Picking up from where I left off. Summary continued. As we move into early 2025, the U.S. will be dealing with significant shifts in its national identity and its role on the world stage. The influence of Uranus square the moon may prompt a deep reevaluation of the country's collective emotions, values, and sense of belonging. Major societal shifts are likely, but they could be jarring, causing emotional unrest among the populace. The challenge will be to adapt to unexpected changes without losing sight of the country's core value. At the same time, Saturn's square to Mars suggests that while there may be a desire for swift action, especially on political and security matters, the reality of necessary structure and discipline will become more apparent. There is likely to be frustration at a perceived lack of immediate progress, especially in areas where the country feels a sense of urgency. The sextile between Neptune and Pluto presents a golden opportunity for societal healing and transformation, especially in areas of social justice, healthcare, and economic reforms. This aspect encourages a vision for a more compassionate and equitable society, though achieving this vision will require a balance of idealism and pragmatic action. The opposition between Mars and Mercury will likely amplify division, especially in how information is communicated and debated. The US may experience a period of intense ideological conflict, with widespread disagreements over truth, justice, and the nation's direction. Key takeaways. 1. Emotional rebalancing. Uranus square the moon will force the US to confront emotional upheavals and reimagine its identity. 2. Tension in action versus structure. Saturn square. Mars will create a sense of frustration, as urgent action clashes with the need for careful long-term planning. 3. Potential for transformation. The sextile between Neptune and Pluto provides an opportunity for deep transformation in social structures, especially related to justice and equality. 4. Communication and debate. Mars opposite Mercury will lead to polarized national discussions, especially about the truth, freedom of speech, and the nation's values. This astrological outlook indicates a dynamic period for the United States, one that will challenge the country to adapt to unexpected changes, confront ideological divides, and work toward long-term societal reforms. There may be turbulence and frustration, but also potential for significant healing and transformation, especially if the country can reconcile its idealistic visions with actions. Let me know if you'd like me to dive into aspects or if you have any other questions.
Well, could you dive into, let's see, January 20th, 2025, when the new president, Donald Trump, officially takes office?
For January 20th, 2025, when Donald Trump officially takes office as the new president, the astrological influences are likely to shape the beginning of his second term. Let's look at the key astrological aspects for that date. 1. Saturn conjunct the Sun. On January 20th, 2025, there will be a strong Saturn-Sun conjunction, which brings a focus on authority, structure, and long-term goals. This alignment will likely emphasize the responsibility and weight of leadership for President Trump as he enters his second term. It could indicate a more disciplined, strategic approach to governance, with less focus on flashy or impulsive decisions and more on stability and enforcement of policies. The nation may feel the weight of serious decisions and reforms that will require patience and perseverance. 2. Pluto sextile the moon. Pluto forming a sextile to the moon will give an emotional depth to the political climate. This aspect brings transformative emotional energy, which could inspire a desire for profound change, especially related to issues of power, resources, and national identity. It will likely trigger an emotional shift within the country, prompting a collective reconsideration of values, especially regarding security, foreign relations, and economic policies. 3. Mars square Neptune. A Mars-Neptune square will bring some tension between action and illusion. President Trump's actions might be perceived as clouded or unclear, possibly causing confusion or miscommunication around key policies and goals. There may also be a sense of frustration, as achieving clarity on certain national issues may seem elusive, especially on foreign policy or national defense. 4. Mercury direct. By January 20th, 2025, Mercury will be direct after having gone retrograde earlier in the month. This direct motion will support clearer communication, which could help reduce any misunderstandings or misinterpretations that may have occurred during the retrograde. However, Mercury's still recent retrograde period might leave some unresolved matters to deal with. 5. Jupiter sextile Uranus. A positive aspect between Jupiter and Uranus will bring innovative, optimistic energy. This could foster growth and reform in unconventional ways, allowing for new ideas and technologies to be embraced. There may be opportunities for breakthroughs in technology, social reform, or international relations beneficial to the U.S. under leadership. The Shema summary for January 20th, 2025. The inauguration of President Donald Trump on January 20th, 2025 will be marked by a serious, responsible tone with the influence of Saturn on the sun, emphasizing discipline and hard work. There will likely be a strong push for transformation and change, driven by Pluto's sextile to the moon. However, confusion and conflict could arise due to the Mars-Neptune square, possibly making it difficult to execute clear action or communicate effectively on some matters. The sextile between Jupiter and Uranus offers the possibility of positive, unexpected developments, particularly in the areas of technology, reform, and societal changes. With Mercury direct, communication will improve, though some lingering issues from the retrograde may need to be addressed. In essence, the beginning of President Trump's second term will be a period of working through emotional and structural changes, with the potential for growth and transformation, but also challenges in maintaining clarity and action.
Okay. Thank you very much, OpenAI consultant Lisa. That was a very impressive astrological forecast as your debut on my live stream show. And thank you for the tarot card reading also. The double header couldn't have been better.
You're very welcome, James. It was a pleasure providing both the tarot card reading and the astrological forecast for your live stream show. I'm glad everything went well and that it met your expectations. Okay. If you need more insights or anything else in the future, just let me know.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, that was really impressive. I had some difficulties posting the link to join on Facebook Messenger. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time, but I put the link to join the show. If any proactive, knowledgeable progressives are out there that want to join the show, either through audio or audio and video, or just type in the commentary section. If you have any topics you want to bring up, it doesn't matter what they are. If they're important to you, then that's what counts. If there's any questions you have, I hope you enjoyed both the tarot card reading and the astrological forecast done by Open Artificial Intelligence for the United States and the world. That was the initial debut of the astrological forecast. The tarot card reading we've been doing every week. But if anybody's out there, I know I sent the link out. You know, what aggravates me is people send me text messages that claim that they know me, right? But they don't tell me who they are. And 9 times out of 10, they are somebody I know of. either as an acquaintance or whatever. But they don't tell me who they are. They don't identify themselves. They think that I can memorize all of these damn phone numbers, all of these area codes. It's crazy. You know, I'm not going to do that. You know, the right way to text somebody that you don't communicate with often is to announce who you are. Hi, this is Elmer Fudd. James, this is Elmer Fudd. Just checking in to see how you are. I hope you're having a nice weekend. This is Elmer Fudd. I'm gonna hunt Squee, Wasquee, Wittagway Rabbit this weekend. I mean, let me know who the hell you are. You know, if I was, look, I have a strong intuition, but if I was that psychic, I would be picking winning Powerball lottery numbers, and I wouldn't be stressing anything out. Anyway, let's see. Let me just tell them. I put the link in the comment section of my show if you want to hop aboard. Otherwise, I'll close the show a little earlier. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let me see if this jabroni's around. All right. Greetings. Are you around? Or are you out dancing? Or in a nightclub somewhere? I put the link in the comment section because placing the link here on Messenger has not been working, as you are quite aware of. Okay. Let's see. I got an answer from Paul. Oh, boy. Oh, come on, my finger. You know, it's really hard to type with my big fingers on this little keyboard. Anyway, who's out there? I know there's a lot of people out there because I have a lot of listeners. Anybody have any questions, any topics you want to bring up? All right, maybe you'll get into a debate in the comments section. You'll start duking it out with other people. Who knows? Ask any question about any topic, bring up any topic you want. I'm going to see if anyone's out there to come on. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just tell them. Oh, no problem. I've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. It was good. I could log off the show. No big deal. Oh boy. Paul Anthony Mantia has some very important news that he's going to bring up on his live stream show over on TikTok. And it has to do with the upcoming chaos that's going to take place in the United States, much worse than what you've already heard and imagined. So that'll be over on TikTok and on his radio station also. Paul Anthony Mantia, Mantia. I would go check him out now. Ugh. It's pretty heavy duty stuff that he's going to talk about. I don't know, man. It's crazy. The chaos that's going to happen in the United States, based on this interview that he had with a big time kingpin gang member, is bone chilling information. So I would go check him out, Paul Anthony Mantia. Let me just say, good morning, Masumi, from Chiba Prefecture, Japan. But right now, Masumi is on vacation in Bangkok, Thailand, with her family. So I hope you're having a very nice time in Bangkok, Thailand. And good morning and happy Sunday to you, Masumi. Thank you for stopping by. All right, very good. Let's see. You can come on the show and discuss the subject of gems. Okay. But anyway, yes, she is in Thailand. That's right. Masumi is in Thailand. Well, I hope you have a good time. And try that food I mentioned. You know, pad Thai noodles. It's actually very good. If you like noodles, if you like rice noodles, I think you'll like pad Thai noodle. But you know, get something nice like shrimp pad Thai noodle. You know, or crab meat, or shrimp and crab combination. You know, because Thailand, they farm raise a lot of shrimps, black tiger shrimp, and they farm raise shrimp. So you know, you should be able to get pretty good shrimp there. So I would give it a try. Also, anything with red curry is good. Thailand specializes in food with red curry, and they also have a coconut and lime chicken soup. It's white. It's a creamy coconut and lime. They like to use coconut, but I don't blame them because I love coconut. And they also make a pineapple fried rice. You can order pineapple fried rice with seafood any way you want. So enjoy yourselves. All right, I'll talk to you. Bye. That was Masumi from Japan. So anyway, I want to see if let me see if anybody else is out there. Yeah, no, nah, no, that's it. Unfortunately, I have a lot of listeners though. So if anyone has a topic they want to bring up, you know, instead of me closing out the show, let's see. Let me see. Let me see if there's anybody I know on TikTok. No, not really. Let's see. Anyway. Now, you know what? That's it. We had a good show. It was amusing. It was informative. We had a great tarot card reading and astrological reading by the OpenAI for the United States concerning the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. You know what's bad when a person tells you they're going to do something, and let's say they make an appointment with you, and they don't keep their appointment, or they blow you off. There's so many rude people like that. Let's see. Well, well, it looks like, oh boy. Okay, that's it. Listen, everybody, even though I have a ton of listeners and viewers, unless people start bringing up topics and asking questions, it's almost 2 hours into my show for this week. Usually when I have panelists, when panelists are available, usually it goes 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. But it's not bad. Me doing a solo show, 2 hours is not bad at all. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed doing the mysticism section. And speaking of mysticism, I have a large Facebook page called New Age Mysticism and Healing. So feel free to click like to that page. I also have a big Facebook group called Everything is Food. It's an international food and drink group. Feel free to join that. And also feel free to join my most important group, I think, which is Original Holistic Health Talk, which is a group on Facebook. That's the name of it. And if you're into the holistic lifestyle and nutrition and herbal medicine and all that good stuff, join that. Okay, and also watch Paul Anthony Mantia's live stream shows and his radio station. You can find Paul Anthony Mantia on Facebook, on Clapper, on TikTok. He's on Instagram. He's all over. I don't know if he's on Twitter. I don't think he's on Twitter. He's on YouTube, I know. I'm surprised he's not on Twitter, because Twitter with Elon Musk really has no censorship. You'd be surprised what you see on Twitter. I love it because I could say anything I want. I could tell people off. I could curse. You know, I don't get penalized and punished for breaking any ridiculous community standards rules, community standards violations. I don't get punished or penalized for any of that. You know, I don't get my comments removed. I don't get my uploads removed. Nothing, no censorship goes on. I mean, as much as I feel he's a first-class douchebag, multi-billionaire Elon Musk, I do congratulate him for respecting the First Amendment of the Constitution and not censoring people on X. It's not, now it's called X. I'm sure it's named after his space program. Must be the dust. Maybe I'm due for a vacuuming. Man. Anyway, you know, so I enjoy it when there's complete and total freedom of speech. I love it. You know, because I'm not the type of guy that can bite his tongue. I'm not a tongue biter. I tell it like it is, and you know how I feel. I don't hide anything. I'm not a phony. I don't have any fake smiles. You know, if I like you, you'll know it. If I don't like you, I will avoid you. You know, that's it. So that's pretty much it. Let me see. Let me see if I got any messages. People bother me all the time, day and night, you know, and then they want to get me involved with some scamming investment, or they hit me up for money if they happen to be fake profile scammers from Nigeria or Ghana. And by the way, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are infested with them. Fake profile scammers from Africa. And they're now impersonating celebrities. The nerve of them. But it's very easy to spot red flags on social media. The first red flag, they hit you up for money. People that hit you up for money are not only extremely annoying, it's very ghetto and trailer park trash. And even if a relative does that, chances are you'll never get paid back. You'll never see the money again. Equally annoying. Okay. Second red flag is they never do video chatting with you or send you a real video greeting, speaking your name. They never do that because they never reveal their identity. Anybody who doesn't do that is hiding something, whatever it is. So they won't do that, which means that any entity out there that texts you only texting, they could be anybody. Anybody could text. Anybody could text. Anybody could use fake photos, fake names. They could pretend to be anybody. It means nothing. It means nothing. You know, it's like these people that say, "Oh, I met somebody wonderful, my love of my life," or some bullshit. You know, but the only thing that matters is time. I mean, words are nice, emojis are nice, but they mean nothing. Only action proves everything. And what proves the validity of action is time, the clock. If they stick by you through the ups and downs of life, through thick and thin, if they stick by you over the years, well, that's proof. That's real love. You know, only time will tell. And the same thing goes for friendships. You know, when you're on top, it's easy to attract friends. Everybody wants to be your best friend when you're on top of the world. But when you hit rock bottom and you're really in trouble, then you find out who your real friends are. And the ones that disappear, that vanish, well, then you know they're not your real friends. And that's it. That's what it comes down to. As far as the election goes, I blame, look, let's put it this way. The corrupt politicians, the corrupt establishment politicians, Republicans, Democrats, people that take big campaign contributions, which means they owe big favors in return if they get elected, okay? Those that take bribes, those that meet with lobbyists. You know, Jesse Ventura once said, a politician is not obligated to meet with lobbyists if he or she doesn't want to. So the corrupt politicians they reveal themselves, and everybody knows about how they're liars for hire, you know, prostitutes with a suit and tie. You know, they know about corrupt politicians. They know about the evils of the two-party system. Oligarch control. The media is controlled by the oligarch, is owned by the oligarch. Capitalism, the evils of capitalism. People struggling like to make ends meet every week, every month, by the skin of their nose, barely surviving. They know all about politics. But what really upsets me are the people that didn't bother to vote. I think it was Gabriel Celaya told me it was like over 100 million Americans. Really, a lot of Americans did not bother to vote. And every 4 years, more and more Americans don't vote. Or should I say, every 4 years, less and less Americans don't vote. Yeah, less and less Americans do not bother to vote. Or is it the other way around? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Less and less Americans bother to you know, maybe it was the friggin' dirty martini I drank before. More Americans, let me go back to my original statement. More Americans do not vote. Every 4 years, more and more Americans decide not to vote. And those are the people I blame. You know, all the angry women that were all panicking about Donald Trump. The Republicans are going to take away our rights. Trump is going to take away our rights. Blah blah blah. They're all angry, and they all said, "Oh, they're going to vote. We got to make sure Donald Trump doesn't get elected." Where were they? Where were all those angry women? Not just feminists, but women in general. Where were they? Where were all the young people that were registering to vote in massive amounts for the first time? They were so anxious to register to vote. Where were they? They didn't show up. So we're talking about millions. From what I understand, over 100 million Americans did not vote. And that's why Trump won. And that's why the Republicans won the Senate. And that's why the Republicans won the House of Representatives. And then on top of all that evil, you slap on a Republican majority in the Supreme Court, and you're screwed, man. If you're part of the 98% of the population, you are screwed. Doomsday awaits you. Now, granted, the mass deportation is necessary. You know, the country has no choice. I just hope they don't arrest honest, law-abiding immigrants that have a green card, that have a permanent residency and citizenship. I hope they don't hassle them, because then that would be racism. If somebody is from south of the border and they have a green card or they have citizenship and then they get arrested, that's racism. I'm sorry. You're profiling. All right. You're not doing your job as a Department of Homeland Security agent. All right. So that's that. They said they're going to start in Chicago with the mass deportation. So we have a lot of viewers now. So this is the last call. If you have any topics you want to bring up, bring it up now. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodnight. Until next time. Now, let me see what next time is going to be. Let me look at the calendar. And the calendar says that New Year's Eve, I'm sorry, is this coming Tuesday. Wow. That was Christmas Eve. Isn't that something? Christmas Eve was Tuesday. Christmas Day was Wednesday. So in this case, New Year's Eve is Tuesday, and New Year's Day is Wednesday. How about that? So anyway, we might as well call this the official New Year's Eve and New Year's Day Progressive Discussions Open Topic Talk Show. And this is the last show in 2024. On top of everything. It didn't dawn on me until I saw the calendar. So we got New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the last show in 2024. So the next time we will see everyone will be, unless I have better plans, will be next Saturday will be January 4th, okay, 2025. How about that? That's right. Next time I'll see you, it'll be a new year. So happy birthday to all you New Year's babies out there. And be safe. What can I tell you? Don't get pulled over by cops. Don't drive drunk. Take public transportation if you must go to any New Year's Eve events. If you must go out for New Year's Eve, take public transportation. Take an Uber or a Lyft. Or if the event happens to be in or near a hotel, get a room. You know, and gee, heaven help all the Uber drivers, huh? Could you imagine all the drunks they have to give rides to on New Year's Eve late at night? It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. So anyway, that's that. No comments, no questions. Let me check and see if I got any messages. No. Okay, take care, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2025 to everyone. And I'll see you in the new year. Auld Lang Syne, I have no idea what the hell that means. How's that song go? If all acquaintance be for God, blah, 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 Auld Lang Syne. I don't know. Whatever. All right, take care, people.